February 18th. It's February 18th. So I mentioned that I was struggling with the burning sensation on my body. It's called peripheral neuropathy, and it's their flare-ups is what I've learned over the course of the years, and it's when I overwork and stress myself out, and not sleep really. It's when I really go for long periods of time without sleeping well. And so what ends up happening, I don't know if I explained it, but I get burning sensation, literally. So I know it's nervous system, because they've tried. I remember when I first got it, I could barely lift my arms and do my hair. Like, it was really painful, and my ex had to literally do that for me, to get ready for work, and then I was diagnosed with a lot of other stuff. They said I had beginning stages of carpal tunnel, because I would get the numbness, usually these two fingers right here, and the burning sensation. And so then, so I was going through a lot of testing at that time, and even with I was sent to a neurologist, and he told me, he was the one who told me, he's like, go try yoga or Tai Chi and then come back. And that's when I realized it was stress related. And then around that same time was when I started seeing Sean, which was my my Korean massage therapist, who barely spoke English, but somehow we communicated. It was great. I miss him. I really do. It was, I mean, it was an intense massage, and he had acupuncture as well. He's the one that taught me breathing, working on my breathing. And so yeah, so anyways, it extended from my arms to my legs, and then to my back, and they gave me muscle relaxants, and that didn't help. I think it numbed it for a little bit, and they gave me ointments, and a lot of it was just covering up, like just to manage the pain. And I'm like, no, I need to know what the underlying issue was. And that's when I realized it was stress related. So when I started going to Chan, he what he recommended was that I come back to see him once a week for a month, and then after that I titrated back to every 2 weeks, and then every month. And so what I noticed was that I mean, it's so uncomfortable that I can't sleep at night because it's just burning, and then it almost feels like even the pressure causes it. And I think that's where a lot of people can get confused if they have it, is the pressure is because it's burning, it becomes uncomfortable. And so you can't get comfortable in bed. And so when I would go to Chan, the pain was relieved. It was an intense deep tissue massage, and the pain was relieved. And the pain, I would be able to go for a few days that week before the onset would come back. So about midweek was when the pain would come back, and then I would kind of sit with the pain. And then I wasn't one to really take pain meds anyways. I usually bite down through the pain, and so so I would sit with the pain until my next session with him. And then when I would go back, I would go a little longer than a week, or a little more than half the week without pain before it gets triggered again. And then I bite the bullet until I come back to see him. And that's already 2. So then the third time I would be able to last the whole week, and then the onset will come back on the day, usually around the day that I would actually go see him. So I noticed a progression of it getting better with each session, that I could last a little longer without the pain. After that, I think I skipped the every 2 weeks, or maybe I did. I think I did go back. After the 4 consecutive sessions, I went back in 2 weeks after that. And then after that point, I decided to go once a month, and I was able to last longer. So it's the weirdest thing to see that, as sensitive as it feels because of the burning sensation, when I would go have the deep tissue massage, it actually helped relieve the pain. There was soreness from the intensity of the pressure, but the pain itself, the burning sensation, would be gone. So anyway, so I knew with this flare-up, that's what I needed to do. So when I found this Thai massage place and scheduled my appointment on last Sunday, I knew that I only scheduled once because it was the first time going there, one, and then two, I don't think I'd ever done a Thai massage before, so I wanted to feel that out before I scheduled another one. And so it was really helpful. And but what ended up happening was the same, was that yesterday was Thursday, so about a little bit, because I went on Sunday. So from Sunday, Monday there was a little bit of soreness, but for the most part, the burning sensation, there was a relief from that. But yesterday I started feeling it again. And so I knew, I'm like, okay, that's what's going to happen, and I'm going to go again next week to get the second massage, and I'll be able to last a little longer. Well, yesterday I purchased my mats, and so I set it up for the second half of the day for school. So I'm at my standing computer, so the mat, this is what it looks like. It's like really thin. And it has like the connection, and it gives you like the tools to check the outlets to see which outlets are grounded and which ones aren't, because it has to be grounded in order for it to work. And so I was checking the outlets around my bed, and fortunately the one here is grounded and the one closest to my bed is grounded. So this is actually for sitting. It's like a mat to sit on, but I chose to stand on it, and so I chose to stand on it, and because I try not to sit all day, because that doesn't help with circulation. So I stand as I'm doing my work, and even if I sit, like, I'll still put my feet on the ground. And I was gonna take some pain meds. That's how much I was like getting to the point. I'm like, okay, let me just try to take some pain meds. But then I'm like, no, I'm gonna try this. Let me just try it and see. And I would have to say I was a little skeptical, even though I know grounding is helpful, because I would go out and be barefoot and it would feel good. Like, I would just naturally feel good to lay on the grass, or when I would walk on the grass. And so that I trusted. But the mats, I wasn't so trusting of it, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so flimsy. They're just so thin. And I got a starter kit. I didn't buy the whole. I realized after, I was like, oh, I thought I got at least half the bed. No, it was a starter kit. So it was just this mat, and then one, like, maybe 2, 3 or more times its size. So it's a longer mat for a longer chair. And so, so a little skeptical. I was like, one, because it's so light. 2, just because it looks funny. But anyways, so I spent most of the day yesterday making sure I was on it or touching it. I even took a nap in the middle of the day. I tried to take a 20-minute nap, and I took off my shirt for the longer mat, so I laid on it so that my back was on it, because that's where I was feeling more of the sensation versus my legs, because it was starting to come back. And I felt a little tingling sensation. I was reading some of the information as I was laying on there, and so the first nap, I didn't really nap per se, but I felt the tingling sensation. I used it to sleep. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I woke up with no pain. Like, I woke up feeling so rested. Like, it was like, I remember waking up like, whoa. And I went to bed a little late because I had a paper due and some notes, and so I was trying to get that done. And even though the paper it's due tonight, I wanted to get it done yesterday so I don't want to have to worry about it today. So I stayed up until like 12:30, 1, and usually by that time I start feeling the burning sensation, but I had it on my feet as I was sitting in bed working, typing. So I didn't feel it as bad. I noticed that. So I went to bed late, and I had to wake up early because I had early sessions today. And sure enough, I felt rested. Like my morning wake up part usually is just like, oh, I won't wake up. I felt rested. And what was more noticeable was that I didn't have the burning sensation. I didn't have the burning sensation whatsoever. And I was just like, no way, it works. So I was really excited about that. I'm really excited. So now I really want to buy the actual bed one. So yeah, it works. And it's cool because you get the free book. So I'm gonna dive in and start reading this one. And it has the research articles too, the research studies at the end. I was looking at it, earthing research. It's at the end, and it has like the summaries of it. Like, it's so cool. I'm excited, and then the bibliography at the end. So I'm excited. That I'm trying it out, that it's helping me. I still have my appointment on Sunday, which I'm gonna honor because it just feels so good to be touched. And to have that pressure on my body to help with the circulation, and yeah, so I just want to speak to that. I did have a dream, but I can't really remember it. I can't remember, and that was another thing that I was wondering, was how will this affect my dream state I don't know if it's because I'm gonna get deeper sleep, or I mean, I don't know much about the dream state yet. I'm still working on that other book, but that was something that I had in mind. I wondered how this would affect my dream state, so I'm gonna still keep tracking on that. But for the time being, I really like these facts. So that's all. Just want to report on that. All right, take care. Bye. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience, and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.